Have you ever thought something's not working like it used to after waking up and looking down? You're not by yourself. In actuality, aging isn't the only issue facing millions of men over 60. The arteries are blocked in the region that makes you a man, not merely in your heart. Indeed, the same obstruction that causes heart attacks can also prevent blood flow to your lower body, and you disregard it each morning. You get farther behind. My name is Mohit Khera, MD. I've been helping guys restore their confidence, strength, and circulation for more than 30 years. Not with tricks, but with tried and true medical methods. I've dealt with thousands of patients who have had similar circumstances to yours. And this isn't the end, I assure you. This is just the start, if you follow the correct procedures. This is a startling fact that most men are unaware of. Your body is trying to cure itself, and the secret is in your mornings. Your kidneys and arteries can be subtly harmed or awakened by the first 60 minutes of your day. For this reason, I'm sharing the top 5 morning routines that will protect your circulation, increase blood flow, and give you more energy. Beginning tomorrow, and it's not just about staying healthy. You can feel more awake, exercise more effectively, sleep deeper, and think more clearly with the support of these practices, in ways that you might not have experienced in years. I'll teach you exactly what to drink, what to avoid, and what tiny change can totally reset your body's natural power. So remain with me. Before breakfast, that is. Make sure to click the subscribe button and turn on the bell before we begin, so you don't miss a straightforward, scientifically supported technique on how to get your circulation back and feel like yourself. Additionally, put 1 in the comments if this message resonates with you. Type 0 otherwise. I grade each response and utilize your comments to improve my service to you. Now let's start with the first habit, and the majority of males ignore it as soon as they awaken. One little step can boost your circulation, help your kidneys, and set the tone for the rest of the day before you grab your coffee or check your phone. Drinking is where it all begins, as well as when. 1. Every morning when I wake up, I do one thing before doing anything else. Start your day with warm water and lemon. Not even coffee, no news, no screens. I make my way to the kitchen, pour some warm water into a glass, and squeeze in half a lemon. That's all. It only takes a minute or so, but the effects it has on my body and so many of my patients are tremendous. You see, after 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body's mildly dehydrated, your circulation is slower, your blood is thicker, and your kidneys, which have been filtering waste all night, are definitely ready for support. Your entire system is awakened by that first glass of water, which does more than just satisfy your thirst. It signals your arteries to begin pumping blood, thins the blood, and aids in the removal of pollutants. You go one step farther now when you add lemon to that water. Citrus and vitamin C, which are abundant in lemons, are a potent combination that benefits older men in 2 important ways. First, it aids in the prevention of calcium-based kidney stones, which can subtly impair kidney function and are more prevalent as we age. Second, it keeps your arteries more flexible and sensitive by supporting the endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels. And there's a reason why I suggest using warm water rather than cold. Water that is warm or room temperature is gentler on the stomach, promotes quicker absorption, and even helps to slightly enlarge blood vessels, which improves circulation in the crucial initial few minutes after waking up. I've heard from patients that this one behavior completely improved their lives. Within days, they observed a more regular bathroom routine, less bloating, and more morning energy. Many people eventually saw lighter urine, healthier skin, and even a more calm heartbeat. What's the best part? It's entirely normal. Just water and a fresh lemon. No powders, medications, or negative side effects. Here's the catch, though. It's important to be consistent. Only if it becomes a ritual will this work. Something you do each morning before breakfast, before taking your vitamins, before your thoughts even have a chance to stray into the craziness of the day. And keep this in mind if you're wondering how something as basic could improve your kidney health or blood flow. The biggest long-term changes are frequently the result of the tiniest daily activities, because how you start your day affects how your blood flows for the next 16 hours, the next time you get up. Forego the chilly splash of coffee and start with something your body actually needs. Speaking of routines that influence your entire day, You might be surprised by the next one. It is all about how you move and has nothing to do with what you drink. 2. Mild morning motion, no strenuous exercise. One of my patients, a 67-year-old former marathon runner, was proud to still go to the gym every morning at 6 a.m. a few years ago. He came to visit me because his creatinine levels were gradually rising and his energy was plummeting in the middle of the morning. "I'm doing everything right, doc," he said. "I exercise a lot. I perspire. I exert myself. That's what I'm meant to do, right?" However, I had to tell him the truth. Your body doesn't require any more intensity after the age of 60. It requires more intelligent intent, particularly in the early, when your kidneys are already under stress from overnight filtering and your system is still awakening. Your muscles break down more quickly when you use too much force too soon, such as during lengthy runs, intense weightlifting, or high-intensity interval training. More waste, including creatinine, is released into your bloodstream as a result of that breakdown. It is a typical side effect of using muscles. However, that additional burden can slow down everything, especially blood flow, when your kidneys are already exerting extra effort. Rather, I advocate, and now practice myself, gentle movement first thing in the morning. I mean a few rounds of Tai Chi in the living room, a leisurely stretch on the porch, or a 15-minute stroll around the block. Simple movement that communicates to your body that you are awake, alive, and prepared. With the help of these low-impact exercises, your blood will begin to increase gradually rather than surge. Without depleting your body or disrupting your nervous system, they encourage the flow of oxygen to your tissues, particularly your brain and lower limbs. Additionally, they lessen stress hormones, which are the circulation's silent adversaries. 3 months later, I recall seeing the same patient again. He had replaced his heavy lifting with resistance bands in the afternoon and walks in the morning. His labs were better. He had more stable blood pressure. He also said something to me that has stayed with me. "I quit training like I was 30, doc, and I feel like a strong 67 for the first time in years." That is the goal we have. Wisdom combined with strength. Burnout, not force. You don't move to punish the body, you move to awaken it. It's time to go outside now that your body is awake and your blood is flowing. The next habit does more than simply improve your mood. In order to restore circulation from the inside out, it turns a biological switch that every guy over 60 needs. 3. Get 10 to 20 minutes of morning sunlight. Getting outside early in the morning, before the world becomes too noisy, has a profoundly calming effect. I've developed the habit of going outside as soon as I can, even if it's only to sip my tea on the porch for 10 minutes. It's not only that serene, bright moment that sets the tone for my day. In fact, it aids in resetting the internal mechanisms that maintain my blood flow, blood pressure, and renal function. You see, vitamin D, a substance that many men are unaware is vital for circulation, is naturally produced by the body in response to sunlight. It maintains arterial flexibility, aids in calcium and phosphorus regulation, and is crucial for blood pressure maintenance. Insufficient amounts of it can cause your vessels to stiffen, raise your chance of blockages, and possibly cause your energy to start slipping. That's not all, though. Your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, is regulated in part by morning sunshine. Your kidneys can work more effectively throughout the day when this clock is in sync, and it also aids in the regulation of important hormones related to blood pressure, metabolism, and even testosterone. Many of my elderly patients are unaware that their lack of light is contributing to their morning sluggishness, anxiety, or lack of motivation. The body perceives it as nighttime, and that's reflected in your blood flow. One patient, who was in his early 70s, began doing his crossword puzzles every morning on the patio rather than at the kitchen table. That little change improved his mood, his digestion, and even his sleep. "I didn't have high expectations," he said, "but after 2 weeks I simply felt more alive." Therefore, don't undervalue this easy habit. All you need is natural light shining on your face, skin, and eyes. Neither a beach nor a hiking trail. No glasses between you and the sky, no sunglasses. Flipping the switch just takes 10 to 20 minutes. Additionally, keep in mind that natural light is still important, even though a vitamin D pill might be useful if you live in a foggy place or it's winter. Nutrients are not the only factor. It's about balance, rhythm, and being in tune with the day. One final morning choice could make or break your success after you've soaked up the sun and your blood is beginning to flow freely. And it's probably currently sitting in your kitchen. Let's discuss your morning beverage. 4. I'll be honest with you. Instead of coffee, try a herbal tea that increases circulation. In the morning, I adore the aroma of coffee. That habit, that warmth, has a comforting quality. For years, I believed that my day couldn't begin without it, much like many of my patients do. But as time went on, I became aware of something. A few hours later, that cup of coffee that used to wake me up began to make me jittery, a little dizzy, and oddly more exhausted. More significantly, I noticed a trend among the males I work with. Even if little amounts of coffee are not necessarily bad, if you consume it first thing in the morning after the age of 60, it can become a silent saboteur. Before your kidneys have a chance to catch up, it causes your heart rate to increase, your organs to get dehydrated, and your blood pressure to rise. Before we get started, I'd love to know where you're joining me from today. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions you have. And don't forget to hit subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the best health tips. And if you're watching right now, I want to know you're with me. Type 1 in the comments if this video speaks to you. Type 0 if not. This early morning stress is not only detrimental for guys who already have circulation issues or high creatinine levels, it might be dangerous. I started looking into kinder options because of this, and I discovered something that completely altered my morning routine. Carefully selected herbal teas can actively improve renal health, blood flow, and energy levels without crashing, in addition to replacing coffee. Teas with anti-inflammatory, fluid balancing, and artery elasticity enhancing qualities include ginger, hibiscus, nettle leaf, and even chamomile. They nourish as well as stimulate. Before 9 in the morning, one of my patients, a late 60-year-old war veteran, would have 3 cups of coffee. After reducing it to 1 cup, we gradually incorporated hibiscus and ginger teas into his daily regimen. His blood pressure improved in a few weeks. I didn't know how much the coffee was draining me until I stopped wanting it, he told me, and he felt more stable and less nervous. I'm not advocating that you give up coffee permanently, though. Save a little cup if you really like it, but only after drinking enough water, eating a healthy meal, and after your body has completely awakened. Try introducing herbal teas a few times a week after allowing your body to get ready. The difference in how your mornings feel may surprise you. There's one more thing to do after you've figured out your drink. It's the one that most men get entirely incorrect. What you drink isn't the problem. Even your movement isn't the problem. What you consume in the first few hours of the day has the power to either silently stretch your arteries worse or mend them. 5. Have a breakfast that promotes circulation. Moderate protein, low salt. Breakfast meant rapid fuel when I was in medical school. Toast, eggs, and maybe a quick protein smoothie. I never gave it a second consideration. However, as I became older and started working with more guys in their 60s and beyond, I saw a trend. Either the first meal of the day was improving blood flow, or it was subtly worsening the situation. Many guys think that the macho way to start the day is to eat a lot of protein first thing in the morning, such as eggs, bacon, and sausage. Furthermore, although protein has a role, consuming too much of it in the morning can strain your kidneys and raise your creatinine levels. Inflammation, slow blood flow, and pressure on your heart and arteries are all made worse by the addition of sodium from processed meats and refined carbohydrates from common breakfast cereals and pancakes. I always ask patients what they ate before 9 in the morning when I sit with them. Additionally, it's usually either excessively hefty or too empty. Here's the reality, though. Breakfasts that are simple, well-balanced, and nourishing are the greatest for circulation. Meals that are moderate in protein, low in sodium, and high in fiber, antioxidants, and good fats are what I advise. Imagine avocado toast on whole grain bread with sliced tomatoes and a drizzle of olive oil, or oatmeal with chia seeds and berries on top. Even a smoothie containing flaxseed, frozen berries, spinach, and almond milk might be a potent beginning. This one alteration was made by a patient in his early 70s. He substituted a fruit smoothie with greens and seeds for his bacon and eggs. He told me a few weeks later that he felt more invigorated, lighter, and clearer in the afternoons. He no longer experienced the heaviness he had carried throughout the morning, and his blood pressure improved. Breakfast is more than just food. Your body's getting a message. It informs your brain how much energy it must expend, your arteries how tight they should be, and your kidneys how hard they must work. Everything downstream suffers if it is done incorrectly. If you do it correctly, you'll notice a change in your thoughts, movements, and even sleep patterns. After reading through these 5 effective morning routines, you may be asking how to combine them all into a consistent pattern. Allow me to demonstrate how to transform these into a daily routine that your body can rely on. Conclusion. I've sat across from folks like you for more than 30 years. Grandfathers, husbands, and veterans. Men who used to feel powerful and stable are now perplexed by why their bodies seem to be against them. And I have repeatedly witnessed the same metamorphosis start with a single, minor adjustment. How you begin your day. It all starts in the morning if you desire more energy, improved blood flow, and greater control over your health. 5 habits have been discussed. Easy, organic, and supported by actual science. Consuming lemon-infused warm water to stimulate kidney function and cleanse the body. Choose moderate exercise over strenuous workouts that deplete your muscles and raise your creatinine levels. Getting some sunshine will boost circulation, reset your body clock, and increase your vitamin D levels. Substituting a restorative herbal tea that hydrates and relaxes your arteries for your first cup of coffee. Lastly, eat a breakfast that nourishes your body rather than taxing your kidneys. Your heart and vessels appreciate it when it's light, balanced, and full of nutrients. It's easy to form these behaviors. Intention is necessary for them. Additionally, the results are more than simply physical when you combine them morning after morning. They have feelings. Men tell me they feel more confident, clearer, and steady. They no longer fear the day, they anticipate it. I am aware of how simple it is to assume that after age 60, decline is unavoidable. Slowing down is merely a necessary aspect of the process. As someone who has assisted thousands of men in changing their circumstances, I can assure you that you are more powerful than you may realize. Let's start with your morning. Once you master that, everything else starts to change. Your strength, your intimacy, your vitality, and your sleep. Because your life flows freely when your blood does. If you're prepared to go farther, I have another idea that can help you implement everything day by day. Together, let's move forward. Please take a moment to like this video if it was helpful. It makes a big difference and makes this information more accessible to more males. Tell me which morning routine you plan to adopt tomorrow in the comments section below. Or share with me what has been effective for you. Your stories are important, and I read every message. Don't be afraid to share this video if you think it could benefit a friend, brother, or even your father. A single click has the power to transform someone's day or even their health. Use the link in the description to make a small donation if you would like to support this channel and enable us to continue producing free, medically endorsed content for men over 60. With each donation, we are able to reach more people who are in real need. I appreciate you being here. Look after yourself. I'll see you in the upcoming video too.